Hey guys, Sar here. Welcome back to the third episode of our theory crafting playthrough for Your Turn to Die. Last episode we finished up Russian roulette. This episode I think we're gonna finish up floor 1 exploration, the first part at least, and then try to get to the end of the first trial. No, the second trial. In Miley's pink room. Okay, that means Alice went back into the red room. Last episode was incredibly long, and I recorded for more than 3 hours, and editing that episode was hellish. So I'm gonna try to keep this one a little bit shorter. Sarah. Kana. Hey, is it okay for you to be up right now? What's the matter? Do you want to say something? I just really wanted to ask you about my sister. Please, give me an answer. Back then, could Kana have actually saved her sister? I was disoriented, so I didn't hear what everyone else said. But you and Joe and Mishima and Now, you all had the same trial, right? Kana. Could Kana have saved her? You couldn't have. I was about to lie, hoping to relieve her when... Oh my, Miss Kana. Reiko and Now were looking for you, you know. Ah, I heard you talking here, so I came over. Mr. Mishima, please tell me You were unlucky, Miss Kana. Eh? Because we only had one key, we had to remove the other restraints by force. Oh, I forgot that he said this actually. Luckily, Miss Now had myself, and Miss Sarah had Joe. Due to our having a strong man, we barely managed to survive. So Mishima's lie here might not be that Kana couldn't have saved Kugi, but more that he broke his restraints off by force, and so did Joe. No, that's a lie. It can't be. It's not a lie. This is the truth, Kana. I suppose it was a trial of both assessing the situation and of might. For you and your sister, it was a trial with hardly any chance of success. I don't believe it. I won't. You're all trying to deceive me. It's true, Kana. Sarah. Even if it sounds like a lie, it won't change the reality. We're all telling you the truth. Miss Kana, you regret it, yes. Kana, killed her sister. Her sister was frantically trying to help, but Kana was an idiot. She didn't listen. What was your sister like? My sister was kind. Even when we fought, she'd never be cruel. She was always thinking about Kana. Why didn't she use the key for herself? Was it not that your very existence gave your sister happiness? Miss Kana, I can sense that you were loved, as if it were in the very air. Surely you were raised with the utmost care, were you not? I'm sure she was a wonderful sister. Miss Sarah, if you were her sister, what would you say to her right now? If I was her... Kana, when you smile, it makes me happy. When you cry, it makes me sad. As your big sister, let me protect the little sister I cherish. The fact that you're still alive makes me happy. Sister. I miss you, sister. Now, the time for blaming yourself has passed. Your sister is surely watching you from somewhere. Kana won't give in because her sister is watching. Kana! Reiko. Damn it, you nutty professor. What happened to shout when you find her? Oh dear, it appears I'm being yelled at. That's not it, Reiko. See, let's go and I'll explain, okay? Really? Okay, sure. I will return to searching myself. Professor Mishima. Thank you very much. No, I am thankful to you. It's thanks to you two following along that I was able to make something of it. Nah, I couldn't do anything. Miss Sarah, you understand why Miss Kana came to talk to you? Eh? It's surely because you resemble her sister. That's why she wanted to hear it from you. I do. Miss Sarah, until we leave here, please take the role of Miss Kana's big sister for her. And Joe, her younger brother. Come on, not her elder brother? Well then, another time. Me act as Kana's big sister. I wonder if I can do a thing like that. Interesting. Here we have now Reiko and Kana back in the main hall. The three are chatting calmly. Glad you regained consciousness, Kana. Thank you very much. Sorry to worry you. Kids don't gotta be all respectful. Let your feelings out as they are. Yes, thank you very much. Reiko, it seems like you're enjoying yourself too. Actually, let me go back and check very quickly the blue room. Cause people, okay, so we can't go back. People have moved locations now. Meaning Keiji, So, and Kai are no longer in the game room. And if we can't find them on the map right now, it's possible that they're in the hidden room. So Mishima's back. Professor Mishima's inspecting every inch of the room. Please tell me if you need anything, Miss Sarah. What is that? Eh? That cigar. A minor can't be carrying around such a thing. I wasn't gonna smoke it. I thought it just might be a clue. Is that so? Apologies for my suspicion. It seems I slip into teaching mode whenever I see a student. However, well, let's see. Yes, could you let me hold on to that? I'm telling you I won't smoke it, jeez. Handed the cigar over to Professor Mishima. Jin is searching at low eye level. Bars are just full of alcohol, meow. Right, cause last time we weren't with Joe, Okay, let's read that dialogue. I hate alcohol, woof, and I hate my drunkard dad even more, meow. And then Joe stares at him. Oh god. What? You got a quiet look, woof. Nah, it's nothing. Hey, once we get out of here, let's play together, Jin. Then I'll beat you up in video games till you're crying, woof. I wonder if that's sort of a hint to us that before Joe's father was shot, he sort of succumbed to alcoholism, sort of let himself go, and maybe as a child, Joe witnessed that. There's a sliding door on the side of the counter. Open the sliding door. Yeah. Alright, let's open it up. It's no use, Joe. So already tried it earlier and it didn't open, so clearly it's stuck. Huh. The sliding door opened. That was one stiff door. It's dark behind the sliding door. Maybe there's a clue in there. Joe stuck his hand into the darkness. Huh? What's this? Obtained a cigar cutter. I think I saw this online once. It's a tool for cutting cigars to smoke them. Why were you looking that up online? Don't smoke, Sarah. All these people parenting her. Do I look like I would? Oh, more importantly, there's something bigger in the back. Alrighty, what's this? Oh god. Obtained a right leg. Looks like this one's a doll limb too. Take it, Joe. Here, catch. Why are you so calm? Hey Mishima, need a cutter for your cigar? Professor Mishima is inspecting every inch of the room. Please tell me if you need anything. Oh, what is that? You mean the cigar cutter? Precisely, it's a tool used for smoking cigars. You won't be smoking, will you, Miss Sarah? Of course not, obviously. Well then, could I take it? Professor Mishima, are you gonna smoke a cigar? Out of the question for a teacher to smoke. As long as you're an adult, I think it's fine. Handed the cigar cutter over to Professor Mishima. Oh, yeah, the lighter. Where did we get the lighter again? I actually do not remember. This lighter. Indeed, did you find it somewhere? Yes, in the cafeteria. Oh yeah, it was on the table, right? With the dart. Perhaps you mean to light up a... What? I'm not going to smoke, I already told you. Then, could I hang on to it? He's bizarrely wary of underage smoking. I think Island Mode hints that when he was younger, Mishima was sort of a delinquent, so maybe he's like trying to keep kids from committing the same mistakes that he used to make. Handed the lighter over to Professor Mishima. Professor Mishima is grinning. Oh, Miss Sarah. Professor Mishima, did something good happen? What are you speaking of? There's nothing indeed. Like, maybe you're happy about the cigar? A teacher like myself would not smoke. He really wants to. Incite him. I can just imagine Sarah with little devil horns growing out of her hair. That cigar looks, really expensive, huh? Yes. Might not be something you can buy in Japan. Should someone put it back where it was? What in the world are you saying? Well, I know, perhaps it would be good to inspect the cigar first, yes. Let's try using the cutter on the cigar. Professor Mishima cuts it with a practiced hand. Oh, what is this? Amazingly, there was a bill inside the cigar. Obtained a 1,000 yen bill. Ah, It seems it wasn't a real cigar. What a relief. Smoking is bad for you after all. Ah, thank goodness. Thank goodness. He's visibly disappointed. Miss Sarah, please take the unused lighter and this 1,000 yen bill. When I really think about it, you will likely find more use for them. Obtained a lighter. So he did intend to use the lighter. Let's go buy ourselves an arm. Is it this vending machine or the other one? Both water and soda cost 1,000 yen. Whoa, what must that even taste like? I have seen very expensive water in grocery stores that are pretty close, honestly, to 10 bucks a bottle, and they scare the bejesus out of me. I don't know, there's just something off about $10 water. It comes in a glass bottle and everything. Should I put in the 100 yen, 1,000 yen bill I have? Yes, put it in. Obtained a left arm. Here, Joe, catch. Whoa! Is that a doll arm? It's way too realistic. I wish they'd cut it out. Oh, let me hold on to it, Sarah. Be grateful. I think we have 3 now? We got the one from the darts, the one from the vending machine, the one from the bar, and do we need one more limb? Let's check the cafeteria. I'm guessing right now Kai and not Kai, KG and So are in the hidden room right off this. We just can't see it. Huh, strange. There's no option to go into the pink room right now. Also, the kitchen glass is see-through, which is bizarre. I guess they didn't even look through the window when they were looking for now. The door gives me a bad feeling. You going, Sarah? Yeah, let's go. Open her up. Has anything changed in here? Head, left arm, left leg, right leg. Oh, okay, we did get everything. I don't remember where the last piece was. Oh, yeah, because we got a limb from Russian roulette. This should be everything. Alright, let's attach the limbs to the body. Okay, we're doing it. I'll call the others. Well now, we're finally doing it. Hey, actually, where have you even been? Oh, just found a hidden room. Okay, so that does confirm it. So, you're okay. Oh, Joe was all worried about him, and then So is over here in the shadows trying to hack into a laptop to get Sarah's information. That's my line. Good, so everyone's safe. My heart is beating fast. What could possibly happen? I got the door open, just in case. So our escape route secured. Well, onto the fateful moment. Let's roll. KG skillfully attached the parts to the doll torso placed there. Why is this skillful? Why is it described as skillfully? KG, do you have experience attaching limbs onto doll torsos? Maybe human corpse torsos? Nothing's happening. Wait, you smell something? Huh? Hey, is it just me, or is the room going white? It's gas. Poison. Not good. We have to leave the room. But the white gas filled up the room in the blink of an eye. I can't see anything. I can't even see past my own hands. There's nowhere to run. Are we all going to suffocate? I'm not prepared. It's not poison gas, everyone, so please relax. Hey, Miley. Looking good. Good day. You're the doll. Yes, I am the doll that you just rescued. Advanced, am I not? What the hell is going on here? As it happens, I have revived to tell you what is happening and support you through the trials and tribulations to come. I wonder if that's foreshadowing. I can see Miley betraying the organization. I just can't see her supporting Sarah and the others in such a kind-hearted way. Stay away from me, you creepy-ass puppet. There's nothing to fear, you see. I will offer you my full support. My word, is there no one here who can speak calmly? It's a step too far to ask someone not to be surprised when a doll starts talking. I'll ask, just what are you? Fill in the policeman here too, I'm not really following. Then we'll begin with my introduction. My name is Sue Miley, the Laughing Doll. I am the doll who will guide you on this floor. Interestingly enough, Miley, Saf, and Ranger are clearly very sweets themed, and they have these doll titles, but once we get up to floor 3, I think they essentially drop the theming. I'm not sure if that just means Midori being a floor master wasn't part of the original plan, but even Meister doesn't really have a sweets theme. I'm not sure what's up with that. Maybe it's just indicating that Saf and Miley and Gashu are more willing to play along with whatever the mastermind puts them in, if they're a little more flexible or whimsical. My master has instructed me to guide you brave souls who have already overcome several trials to the main game. Your master, in other words, you're on the side of the kidnappers. Well, see, Keiji's making his uncomfortable pose, but he's not really lying here, so I guess it's not that clear of an indicator. So you're our enemy. Don't try to say you're not. How very serious. Stop laughing, asshole. You want to die? I'd rather not. No, I wouldn't like to be all torn up again. I know. I'll just have to tear you up first. Tear us up. As a warning, yes. My collar's vibrating. Anyone will do. If it'll make you quiet. What did you do? What indeed? Hey, answer me. Oh, very well. I'm just making your collar explode. No way, what? Get it off, get this thing off. Get away, it's dangerous. Actually, I don't think we've seen a collar explode yet. So, Joe was killed by wrigglers. Kai did himself in, so it wasn't a collar thing. Now was killed by a vice trap. I don't think that was her collar. And then Kana had flower seeds grow out of her, and then Mishima has had his head burned off. I wonder if the last collar death we'll see will be an explosion. If so, I sincerely hope that it's KG's. That was a lie, of course. Did you enjoy it? A lie. Joe's knees gave out and he collapsed on the floor. That collar can't actually explode after all. You piece of shit. It's so funny, I can't even talk. She's out of her mind, meow. Out of her mind, or not human to begin with. But it seems we should do what she says. Let's see. I don't quite remember Miley's responses for these dialogue options. I think for the main game question, she just tells us wait and see. So maybe, let's say, who's your master? You don't know, do you? I wonder what tone of voice she says this line in. Because it could either be, oh, you don't know, do you, you poor little thing, or, oh, I thought you would have known. Because, Sarah, the mastermind is your grandfather. What I'm about to explain is in regards a fight you must take for your own destiny. Interesting. What I'm about to explain is a fight you must take for your own destiny. I mean, living is a destiny, I suppose. You will soon undergo a great trial in order to escape outside. As it has been prior, the superior will live, and the inferior will die. It is far from easy. This is a hint that this is not the first death game. As Miley says, as it has been prior. I guess that means the floor masters do know about the Hades incident. Maybe. One among you will certainly die, and the person to die shall be decided by your own majority votes. I'm saying that you'll pick it yourselves. The one most unnecessary, hated, and acceptable to have die. Stop talking nonsense like we're gonna do something like that. Then by all means, starve to death here, all of you. Whoa, just laying it on the table, huh? So, in the manga, the collar explosion fake out scene was done to Reiko instead of Joe. And at first, I didn't mind it, but then I realized why they changed it to Reiko. I didn't mind it because it was really cute. Miley kissed Reiko on the neck. But I think they changed it because in the manga, the first color page spoils that Joe's gonna be one of the first victims. So they didn't need to give us that little mini heart attack with the fake out with Joe's collar. But I really dislike the reveal that Joe's the first victim so early on, because like we had hope for a while playing the game for the first time that Joe would survive for at least a while longer. For example, if those two first pages were removed from the manga volume, then probably Joe would have been the one to have his collar fake out still in the second trial scene here. Interesting. Pick one of us. What is she saying? I can't comprehend. And then also Miley states here in the game that if the kiddos don't participate, then they're gonna be trapped here forever and starved to death. So this really gives them no choice but to input a vote on the tablet. In the manga, Sarah apparently decides not to vote in the second trial, which makes me so confused because obviously the kidnappers would not allow that outcome. It would be like you vote or your collar explodes and you die. we would kill one of these people stuck in the same situation who we had considered allies. Or else we would be killed by them. Why doesn't this feel real? Don't go so pale, everyone. I've got something good to hand out. Something good. My head won't work. I hardly understand what she's saying. Here, Sarah Chidowin, have this tablet. Obtained a voting tablet. Does everyone have one now? Let us test the functionality with some actual use. When voting, if you know who voted for who, it turns into a quarrel, does it not? Thus, by voting with these tablets, you won't know who made what votes. As a test, try voting for whoever. The second trial was very unfair of the floor masters, honestly, because they don't even tell us what's going on, or that it's a trial at all, or that somebody's gonna die. Like right here, she just frames it as a sort of test run, which means this first vote doesn't actually really test trust, even though after the vote we'll see that apparently the participants agreed in some off-screen conversation that everyone would vote for themselves, and it was a big point of contention. But as we can see here, Miley didn't even tell us what the results was and that it could possibly even be deadly. We're gonna vote for Sarah just so we can have a clean picture at the votes here for this trial, because it's actually quite interesting. Sarah, that's our vote. Note that in the game, So does not vote for us. Joe, 1 vote. And then Joe tells us he voted for himself, which we can believe because he's Joe. KG, 1 vote. I believe this KG vote, might have been So's vote. Kana, 1 vote. Kyutaro, 1 vote. So 0 votes, which means So clearly did not vote for himself, and he did vote for someone else. Reiko, 1 vote. Now, 0 votes. Kai, 1 vote. Jin, 1 vote. Mishima, 3 votes. One of these votes is Mishima's, one of them is Nao's, and I believe the last Mishima vote is actually probably KG's. Results. Most votes, Mishima, 3 votes. Oh my, it appears to be a bit one-sided. So this is a tablet for voting. Is there something you want to say? If you were a human, I suppose there would be something like, cease this if you have a heart. Unfortunately, I do not. A pity. More importantly, are you sure? Do you really want those to be your last words? What are you doing? It won't explode, will it? No, it won't explode. What did you say? Professor? It's hot. My neck. The collar was visibly changing color. This is one of the coolest CGs in the game, by the way. Just the effects of the heat portrayed as like white. So cool. Professor Mishima. A smell lingered in the air. A smell I'd never experienced before. The smell of human flesh burning and the smell of blood evaporating. Take it off, old man. Professor! Stay away. Professor Mishima pushed Now away, and with that, he fell backwards in front of Kana. Help, the professor's gonna die. Don't, if you touch that collar. Ooh. I mean, Keiji is a broken man, but he does still have some sense of calm. And then the professor stopped moving at all. Professor! How unladylike. You wet yourself. Awful. Why would you do this? You've learned what a majority vote means from this experience, haven't you? Awful. This is too awful. It wasn't an instant pain. He was burned at length, and unable to even writhe, he died. Everyone's a good person here. How can you do this? What did we do? I won't let this stand. You annoy me, you powerless little girl. No, you sister killer. Stop. I saw it all, how miserable you were in your first trial, Kana. Don't trample on her, on Professor Mishima's concern for Kana, on the words he left her. Your actions killed your sister. Don't trample all over Kana's heart. Forgive me. The hand with the frying pan must have slipped. You little. Some more notes about Miley real quick before she exits stage. Her design was apparently inspired by chocolate dipped bananas, which is fascinating and does explain some things, but also does not explain other things at all whatsoever. Yeah, the chocolate melty drip part is very tacky, which we do like actually, because we headcanon her as sort of dressing in a very unique and sort of gaudy way. Just very independent, very, very her own. A mix of textiles and colors and patterns and loud clashing weaves, various different eras of fashion represented in her wardrobe. Just that very sort of unbound by societal norms personality that reflects even in her fashion. Do adore that. I admit I hate the melty crown so much just because it doesn't make any physical sense whatsoever. Is it cloth? Is it metal? Is it clay? Neither of those are great. The best thing I can sort of imagine is a 3D printed silicone prop. You know how 3D printers can print with unique filaments? There's some filaments now that are able to be bent. So much effort for a costume part that just looks so awful. The rest of her outfit is quite cute though. I greatly enjoy the red tie around her neck, the buttons on her sort of corset, and the long poofy skirt. Those parts are really cute. And the fact that her octopus hair looks so bizarre. That's just perfect. Additionally, she looks fantastic with the blood dripping down her face. And now that we know her heterochromia is contacts, it's even better. I love headcanoning that her yellow eye is fake. So this would just sort of give her an opportunity to whip out the most interesting resin prosthetic eyes with little yellow flecks in it and stuff. Such a nice mental image. So, even dolls bleed red. Don't think you can do this and just get away scot-free. On the contrary, I ask that you don't think you'll be getting away with so little as this. I will have you pay for toying with people's lives. Damn it, I'll remember this. Also, the most important part actually from the scene is just that we can see Miley has a bit of a temper problem. This will play a lot into our predictions for Chapter 3 after she finds out about her fiancé. I'll be waiting on the grounds of the main game. Are you alright? I don't understand Professor Mishima's death, nor who Kai is. But, yes, even if what awaits us is us killing each other by majority vote, however cruel a future it is, I can't go dying yet. So just a little bit of dialogue we missed while exploring with So earlier. If we click on these exits quotation marks on the left hand side of the main hall, we get a unique dialogue with So that we can't get while exploring with the others. There are many exits out of the room. Taking a look through them, most seem to lead to dead-end passages. Oh, it says most, not all. So perhaps some of the hallways lead to doors that are just locked. You see those huge cushions in the dead ends? I wonder, when I fell, did I land on one of those cushions? Same for me, I bet all of us fell in a similar way. Joe came carrying you into the hall here. Didn't imagine you two would be friends, though. Just so many interesting aspects of that. One, do you think a huge cushion would save someone from getting a concussion from falling like 4 stories? I doubt it. 2, so this means Joe either woke up before Sarah after the fall and carried her into the main hall, or it means Joe never passed out, which could indicate that the fall wasn't very long and Sarah just fainted because she was scared. Yeah, this just overall makes me even more curious about the layout of the facility. Perhaps some of the first trial rooms have like little waiter elevators. The ones that can carry food, and then they can just drop a body down a couple floors and then deposit it onto a cushion. Interesting. Let's think about that, but as a general conclusion, I think that this is more for aesthetics, and we don't have to think about it too much. We can just solve this problem by saying Asunaru is super high-tech and transported them onto the cushions using super advanced tube physics. Or we could just say that Asunaru knocked everyone out, erased their memories of the trip to the first floor, and then place them on the cushions as if they fell. A lot of options. We do know for sure, however, that So was doing stuff on the first floor after he woke up, so it means not everyone arrived on the first floor at the same time. And Alice is still in the red room, which means both So and Alice got to the first floor before all the others. Otherwise, everyone else would have seen them and recognized Alice's face. Okay, so we're gonna try the other dialogue real quick. Why kidnap us? You don't know, do you? I guess the same thing. The superior will die, will live, and the inferior will die line is something that so very clearly internalizes. I wonder if it's from his past or if it's from Miley when she was speaking to him earlier, giving him the percentage papers and stuff. And then, interestingly enough, I was hung up about this earlier, but Miley also says, one among you will certainly die. Does this mean that there was technically a way to save every single participant except for one? If everyone was smart about it? Interesting, interesting. Because otherwise Miley's lying. Because the second trial says that there's a way for everyone to survive. But then she says, one among you will certainly die. Implying that maybe she's talking about something else, not the second trial when she's saying that. Fascinating. To just sort of look at these second trial votes again. I believe Joe voted for himself, and then Sarah would vote for herself. Obviously, since we're Sarah, I believe Kana voted for herself. Mishima voted for himself. Jin voted for himself. Kai voted for himself. Now voted for Mishima since he asked her to. The only ones I'm a little bit hesitant about are Kyutaro, Keiji, So, and possibly Reiko. Though, since Reiko overheard Now and Mishima talking about voting for Professor Mishima, maybe she thought, like, oh, okay, I'll put my trust in him and vote for him as well, since she didn't know it was a malicious thing. But then that wouldn't explain who voted for Reiko, because no one really has a reason to vote for Reiko right now, but she does get one vote. So I think what the game's implying is that everyone voted for themselves except for Keiji and So. So clearly voted for someone else, and I'm guessing he either voted for Keiji or Mishima. And out of those two, Keiji's more likely. So our hypothesis or these votes is that everyone voted for themselves except for Now, who voted for Mishima because Mishima asked her to. And then Keiji voted for Mishima because he thought Mishima was suspicious in the main hall and might not trust him all the way. And then So voted for Keiji because he understood that Keiji was dangerous. Perhaps while showing him the laptop in the hidden room, perhaps while seeing him buddy up to Sarah, perhaps after catching some of the hints that Keiji might have seen the percentage sheets as well. Perhaps after seeing the percentage sheets and seeing that he was the second most likely to survive. So this is So sort of motivation for voting for Keiji. The only other one I could really see voting for someone else is Kyutaro. However, I don't really think anyone else has the motive right now to vote for Kyutaro and fill in his one vote. Later, it's gonna get quite difficult to try to guess everyone's votes, but interestingly enough, I don't think So ever straight out votes for Sarah so far. That may change in the finale, of course. I can see So going all out, going ham wild, trying to get Sarah killed off in the logic route. Tracking the participants has been okay so far. I think we have the general idea where everyone is. And then tracking the yellow box real quick. So Kyutaro's been hauling the box around with him, and I don't think it's had anything in it besides like one doll part, I believe, like one limb. which he put in after Russian roulette. Kyutaro got the box in his first trial room, then he brought it to the main hall, and then all the participants gathered around and we opened the box to find Miley's head inside the box and the instructions to gather her body parts. Then Kyutaro went to check out the blue room with Joe, Keiji, and Kai, and he had the box with him the entire time. And then after that, the boys went off to the hidden room. So Kyutaro, Keiji, and Kai were in the hidden room, and Kyutaro had the yellow box on him. And then everyone gathered in the pink room. So right now the yellow box is in the pink room with nothing in it. Supposedly. It's possible something else may have gotten into the box in the interim when Kyutaro just wasn't looking, but I feel like it's unlikely. The only thing that could have gotten to the box that would explain the head later disappearing would maybe be like acid or like a vaporization device, like a mini incinerator. I mean, Asunaru's pretty high-tech, but I don't know if they can make a button-sized incinerator to incinerate all the flesh off Mishima's head. Not sure if it's possible, so for now we'll just say that the box is in the pink room and it's empty and unlocked. And ready for now to stuff that head in next episode. About first trials. It's so hard to form ideas about everyone's first trial. You heard my theory about Keiji's and Kana's first trials already in the last couple episodes, and then obviously there are some first trials that we do know about, which is Joe and Sarah's. We have a great idea about that. And then for Nao and Mishima, we believe their first trial was the same as Joe and Sarah's and Kugi and Kana's. However, we just have to take their word for it, actually. We also haven't found the room of their first trial, so it's possible they could be lying to us. I really hope they aren't, because that means these characters that we've grown to love would be like thrown into the trash. Yeah, I just hope they aren't lying to us right now, and I hope they're not accomplices and the mastermind or anything like that. For Kai's first trial, I believe it was just a primer in the kitchen, and then So's first trial, we know he was just in the room getting percentage sheets from Miley, getting some extra info, and then he was allowed to go change his name on the whiteboard. Alice's first trial, we know, was with Hinako, which is, again, why we just love the idea that Reiko had a partner she accidentally killed in her first trial as well. That way they can sort of have that sibling parallel in more aspects than one. For Kyutaro's first trial, we do know that he was tasked to set out the roll cards, we'll see later, and he was tasked to bring the box to the main hall. I just wonder how much further his instructions were. Did he set up anything else? Was he tasked to bring the box specifically to this pink room? Because the box is gonna be the center of the Mishima head mystery later. And how would Asunaru know that, 1, Kyutaro was gonna bring the box into the pink room, 2, that Mishima was going to be the one voted to die here, 3, Nao would put Mishima's head in the box, and 4, flee with it into the kitchen. I just feel like maybe this whole scenario is actually something that Asunaru didn't plan for, potentially. Maybe they didn't realize just how badly the collar would damage Mishima's neck. Maybe they just didn't realize just how frantic Nao would get over it, because she does care for the professor a lot. That would sort of explain the bizarre panic all the floor masters seem to have about the head. However, it wouldn't explain how the head disappeared, because without the help of Asunaru, it's quite difficult to think about how the head left the yellow box in the kitchen, unless perhaps Kai was the one who took it somewhere. Okay, we'll consider that later, after we get to floor 2 probably, but for now I think I'm gonna end the video here. Thanks for watching. Sorry if my voice was super scratchy. I've been recording every day this week and my throat is not built for this. Thanks for listening to our theories and have a good night.